Basketball fans, what is up? And welcome to the All Basketball Podcast, where debates often take place. And we're coming to you on Selection Sunday for another episode of Carolina Got Something to Say. Even though I'm outmanned on the panel right now by Duke fans, the odds should be evened up pretty soon. But yeah, we're at that point of the year, folks. It's March 16th. Less than a week away from the NCAA tournament taking place. Duke's a 1 seed. I thought they get overall one, but they still gave it to Auburn. I guess because the SEC got in a record 14 teams, and so the SEC was a stronger conference, so kind of makes sense. But I thought Duke, since they finished number one and won the ACC tournament, they would be the overall number one. But when it comes down to that, doesn't really matter. And they beat Auburn at home, but they're like what? I guess they're second. So Auburn's one, and you got I think Florida got a top spot.
Yeah, Florida and Houston.
Houston, okay. Houston, and they're one of their big guys is out, but we'll see how they see if they get him back. Just like Flag is out for Duke, but Carolina's in. I'll take it. We're in to an extent. I'll put it like that. We're not officially in. We have to beat San Diego State in Dayton in the first four on True TV on Tuesday. But hey, one more Carolina game for me. That's my team. I'll take it. I see people upset. They feel like Texas got in, who I thought we would either beat us out or we would beat them out, but we got in over Ohio State,
West Virginia,
and there was one other squad who had a better record against the that quad one.
Yeah.
So people upset saying not that it's rigged, but and the AD was part of the selection committee, so
he's the chair, not just part of it. He's the chair.
So he gave us the extra nudge. Possibly gave Withers a chance to redeem himself. It's either Withers is gonna kill us in one way or help us in another, and he definitely hurt us against y'all. But whoever wants to go first, what do you guys think on just anything more you want to say on Carolina getting in?
I go first. I mean, it really don't matter. I mean, I think it is what it is. This part of the year, you know, you just play and you just play. Everybody playing for the same thing. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. They got in or not. I don't think that they wanted to lose any TV ratings either. So, I mean, regardless of how people feel, Carolina still carries a large band of viewership. So, I mean, if they end up making money in March, then yeah, they did the right thing.
Yeah, because even though it's not an ESPN production, I mean, because most of their games come on ESPN. I mean, they have a pretty big contract. So, and then just the fact that they're Carolina. I mean, it's either you love them, you hate them. I don't think Carolina's hated as much as Duke, but y'all tell me. But yeah, Henry, what you got to say about the boys in light blue getting in to possibly make some noise?
Well, I am glad that, you know, the Withers mistake didn't cost them that, you know. So from that standpoint, I'm glad for him, you know, that he don't have to have that holding over his head. You know, that's tough for a young man to have that, you know, over their head. I mean, people remember that, you know, long time. So from that standpoint, you know, I'm glad for him. But I agree with Horace what he's saying about the ratings. Hey, Carolina's still Carolina, and so that brings in a lot of ratings, regardless. So, and they did put you all in a tougher bracket, and so maybe that was part of the compromise too. So yeah.
Okay. I didn't know we had. I know Auburn is in that bracket. I didn't. Fortunately, I didn't have a chance to look over it that closely. But Ian, even out the odds, Carolina fan, just like myself, we got in, man. People upset with the commissioner, the AD. They upset we beat West Virginia, Ohio State, Indiana to get in. They had more quad one wins than we did, but they let us in to the first four, I should say. We're not all the way in, but
to that I say, cry for next year. Whatever, we in. Let's see if we can mess around and win 7 in a row.
That's a good way to look at it.
You never know. Ben Allen been playing out of his mind the last month. Finally being a big man presence that we've been waiting for the entire season. Maybe Ian Jackson can hit some shots. Tournament is all about guard play, but I'm happy we got in. Like Henri and Horace said, glad that Withers play isn't gonna hang over his head for too long. Still gonna be remembered, but it's not gonna hang over him forever like that. Yeah. See you on what we play Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. True TV.
Right. Remember, the last couple of years, those Tuesday games didn't draw a lot of ratings. So again, this is a way to make people watch the tournament on Tuesday instead of waiting till Thursday.
Tuesday and Wednesday, because usually it's not it's not a program of our stature in the first four. Let's just be. I mean, Kentucky, UCLA, Kansas, Duke. They usually not in this position, but team just wasn't constructed that well this year. To be honest, I don't know, but we have a winning record, so I at least got to give them that. But I mean, a lot of people calling for Hubert Davis' head. I mean, I think sometimes he doesn't play. Like, I don't know what's going on. Why isn't Jackson playing more? I know Powell plays better defense. Cadeau. I mean, Withers is like the whole thing with Withers. He'll give you something on defense, but he might do something stupid on offense. So, I mean, K. Tyson's supposed to be the best shooter. He doesn't play. I'm not really.
K. Tyson reminds me of what was the kid that transferred a couple years ago? Justin Pierre. But we were just kind of looking at him like, okay, he's a white guy that was able to shoot. When he played on the lower level, I think it was at Belmont prior to transferring into Carolina, and got to Carolina, it just didn't fit. Unfortunately, some transfers don't work out how we like them. Not everybody can be. What's my man from Oklahoma that came in?
Manic.
Yeah, not everybody can be Manic. We got a lot of P. Mances. P. Nance. So.
Yeah, the portal wasn't now the portal was good too this year, and the recruiting was Duke. I mean, the deck is just stacked. I mean, y'all still gonna has Scheyer made enough adjustments for y'all? I mean,
yeah, I put in a phone call. I definitely put in a phone call. I put a phone call in and I told him, I said, listen, you can't just have Cooper bring the ball up and have him just create with a screen and roll. Put him in a different spot. Put him on the block. Put him on the free throw line, and then let's go. Run some set plays or something. So finally, he did that.
But they who is it? Is it Zion James? That's how you say it?
Yep.
Muscle man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what you saying?
I was saying I talked about him in the preseason show that we did.
Oh,
I talked about him being a transfer, being a senior,
Mm-hmm.
got experience. He's basically their version of Harrison Ingram that can do everything: bring the ball up, work you in the post, take you off the dribble. And you saw that with Cooper Flagg not being out there during this tournament.
yeah. I mean, they just got a lot of firepower. And y'all, I give it up. Y'all play good defense, especially in that game last night when I saw the stat that Louisville shot over 50% in the first half, and they were shooting like 23% after that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, him and with Proctor. And just all of them there, because it's like once you get past the guards, you either got Molly Watch or the other dude just came out of nowhere, number 21, like just swatting at everything. So it's, I mean, only.
Hey, but I don't know if you brought this up, but we gotta talk about that with that Duke Carolina game. How my man Washington get a flagrant for bopping Nabinga, or however you say his name, bopping him in the head, and in the very next possession he catches an elbow, and they say, "Oh, play on."
Yeah, that was points we need. That came down to the end, points we needed. Critical. I mean, Henri, Horace, how y'all defending the refs?
Well, I mean, I'm not defending the ref, but after the play go, if you don't call a foul and the play goes wrong, you couldn't go back and look at that.
But I thought that was because there was blood.
I mean, when did that happen?
At least that's what they said.
It was
It happened like the next time down the court.
No, I'm talking about like that whole sequence was like.
Yeah, it was all,
first half.
Yeah, it was like early when it was like 12-11. It was early on. It was like, all right, Washington got a flagrant for giving my man a little bop to the head because he was too close. Get off me. And then the very next possession, he caught through the elbow, clipped him good. They said that play on.
Yeah, I mean it was bad. I guess you could say bad no call, but it was early on, so I don't think in fact that'll factor necessarily into the overall scope of the game. When you're talking about something that happens real early in a game, yes, it can possibly affect some momentum, but this was first half, so yeah, it wasn't like 3 minutes left in the game or something like that happened. So
it just plays into a narrative.
But yeah, absolutely, it does play into a what if narrative though. Absolutely, it does. It's like like with the Withers thing, that was a big what if narrative at the end of the day, because it was still 4 seconds left, I believe. So even without that, there is a chance for a game-winning shot. So by Duke. So.
Yeah, well, good thing y'all didn't have Flagg, because he's in the clutch. He likes to slip and turn the ball over.
Well, we didn't, we didn't need him. So not in the ACC, tournament, but yeah. Hopefully, if it comes down to it and we need him, then
so
he'll come up strong.
So do you think if we would have
go to the free throw line?
Right. So if we say, just hypothetically, we would have beat y'all in that game, do you think they'd have been like, they need Flagg, this team isn't, they can only go so far, which I still.
I think that would have been a good, a big narrative, because they would have said, okay, this team got up big, but then they blew the lead, and for them to do anything, they're gonna definitely need Flagg, and so yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Mike. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. So, why, when Duke was blowing that lead, why didn't they utilize their bench? Like, they only went 7 deep. You could tell the guys were kind of huffing and puffing out there, and you got 12, 13 guys over there. You would think it would just be one other person that could relieve some of the pressure, but
Well, we already had. I mean, one of our main bench players already started. So, you already put Evans into the starting lineup. Then you have Gillis coming off. He's going to play some. You got Foster. He's playing some now.
Right.
So, and then, goodness, the big man behind Malowich, he's going to come in. So, but that's pretty much as far as it's going to go right there. So, we're not going like, 10, 11, like real super deep, but that's never been, that's not Duke's style right there. So,
yeah, Duke way. Yeah.
Not since the 90s, or that 91, 92 team. That went at least, they went at least 10 deep. Maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe like 8, 9 deep.
Just they don't only go 8 deep.
Normally 7, they throw that 8th man in there from time to time. But yeah.
So Mike, I pose this question to everybody, but Carolina gets into the first 4. There's controversy. We beat out. Why I keep slipping these teams? Indiana,
West Virginia, and
Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah.
There was one other.
Did Boise State get in?
I think that was the 4th one.
That's the one.
Okay.
So the AD's the head of the selection committee. We don't have any quad one wins. Play a tough schedule. We still got a winning record in conference and overall, but Carolina gets in Tuesday night game on True TV. Just you happy? Would you rather just end in the ACC tournament or?
Well, I think Ashley Withers had a lot to do with it when he showed the emotion and the crying. That was like, what, that guy needs another chance. You know what I'm saying? That's a good story. Get this guy another chance. He can't go out like that. He's a 5th-year senior transfer from Louisville. That's probably why Louisville gave him up. But yeah, so it's all about redemption stories, man. So,
but do you remember Darius Washington a few years ago at the free throw line for Memphis when he missed that free throw and he crumbled at the line? Could have been. Right. They didn't get in.
Well, they weren't.
Yeah,
they weren't near they weren't like first 4 in. They were like way out of it, and you had to win the tournament. Memphis had a lot of losses that year. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he crumbled.
He was a freshman then too, I think.
Yeah. What year was that?
He wasn't a senior on that team. I think he was a freshman. So
2000, late 2005, 6, yeah, somewhere in there.
That's about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
y'all old.
Yeah, we are old.
You seem like...
No, I said y'all. I'm not. Don't put me in there.
Hold on. So that was before Derrick Rose and all them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was starting PG before Rose got there.
Calipari wasn't the coach then, was he?
Yeah, he was.
He was, okay.
Yeah, because Calipari, his first year was with Dwan Wagner.
That's old. Right.
That was old. I think either 2000 or 2000.
You say what?
2002.
Okay. So flag, Horace, Henri, y'all not gonna need him first game. But he may try to play, but I expect to see him Sunday. Is it? What y'all think?
I bench him in the first half, and then if it's close, put him in.
Go ahead. What you say, Henri?
You go ahead, Horace. I was just saying, Horace, you can go ahead.
I was saying that let him go however you feel. It just all gas, no brake. Let's go. I would keep him off the ball as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah, if he can go and be effective, I say play him Sunday in the first game.
Just be careful. The college game is dirty, man. They're gonna realize Flag got a hurt left ankle, so guys gonna be aiming for that left ankle, man. I'm serious. So, you got to play him with caution because
who are they playing?
I'll say he better put on some high top shoes and stop playing them low tops.
Yeah, them pink shoes got them, didn't they? Them pink Nikes.
Yeah, them Kobe's.
Yep. I think we playing American.
They gotta wait.
It's like
They got their winner of American and Mount St. Mary's.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baylor, right? Or am I tripping? I'm not finding that.
And then in the second round, they can have Mississippi State or Baylor.
But yeah.
Oh, the Roach
Jerry Roach.
revenge game. Y'all threw Roach to the curb, man.
Yeah, he get it felt like a rope.
I mean, I didn't think Proctor would survive, but he played well last night. I was like, man, is he gonna shoot all threes? So he been playing well. I think you let James shoot. It's just hard with them. I mean, they run it pretty good. James would be the ones you want kind of shooting, not spot up, but I mean, Flag is just he hitting you with everything from the 3-point line in. He creating, so he y'all should. I mean, definitely Final Four. The way I see it, I anything less than that, I would be surprised. I'm pretty sure y'all would be too. I mean, it's you can't
really.
you can't.
Them SEC teams, man. I mean, I'm gonna look at their bracket, but if they lose one of them, they battle tested, man. So, I mean, it would be kind of down for Duke to lose early, but it's happened before.
I mean, but they're not playing Auburn or Florida yet. I mean,
No, they Alabama's in their bracket.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah.
Mississippi State is in the second round. They can see them in the second round. You got one Big Ten team in Wisconsin.
they can see Caleb Love again, baby.
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
Caleb Love in the Sweet
Yeah,
16.
we already beat. Didn't we play Arizona earlier this year?
Yep.
yeah, y'all would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that this year? Or was that last year when y'all played them?
Well, they played them. They played a home and home.
Y'all did a home and home. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he got y'all last year at Cameron. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're not worried about Caleb Love. Or even if it's like one person, like how Louisville, that one person went off. He did great, but if he shut down the rest of the team, then
Duke gonna be in Raleigh.
he's still not going to be able to score much.
Well, the tournament is all about guard play, and whoever guards are playing the best typically are going to win. And Duke's guards are good enough to hold teams at bay where they're not outplayed completely and still allow Cooper Flag and Con Knuppel to do what they do. Except if they do run into Bama. Bama's got good guards.
only thing by Alabama is they don't play defense, and they kind of play that analytic heavy game, like threes and how my man Chris Vernon trays and lays. So they don't play any mid range, and then they don't play defense, and then they just running up and down like if they can. So I'm kind of.
But it's like that style works when you're not playing against SEC teams that know you. The SEC actually beat themselves up for like the last 2 months. That's why Auburn messed around and has lost 3 or 4 going in when they were the number one team most of the year. So they're kind of like the Big Ten. Big Ten is 3 yards on a cloud of dust during the regular season, and all of a sudden tournament time, you look up, there's always 2 to 3 Big Ten teams getting to the Elite Eight, getting to the Final Four, because they always tournament ready.
Yeah, that darn Michigan State boy, you can't Izzo, you can't count them dudes out.
They're in that bracket too.
No, they and y'all.
No, I'm just saying this in general.
bracket.
We're talking about the big.
Oh yeah, we
I'm
are.
talking about the Big Ten.
Yeah, y'all have to play Michigan State. That's
State boy.
I wouldn't want that game. So.
We said it'd be nice to win 7 in a row. We ain't believing it's gonna happen. It's just nice.
All right, come on, Carolina's done some runs in the past. The
Yeah, but
Julius
that's
Peppers when he came out football season.
Julius Peppers
Final
and
Four?
Chris Lang were our big men. Our big men this year are me and you.
So disrespect Jalen Washington.
Yes.
So-
Jalen Washington disrespecting himself. Yes.
He got to go, man. I thought he had potential. He got to go. He got to go.
No, he might have a Desmond Herbert breakthrough where we just look up and be like, oh, he's actually semi decent. No, maybe Caleb Washington pulls something out of him.
He don't stretch like I thought he'd be a good stretch player. He don't block shots. He rarely finishes strong. He gets pushed around.
Yeah, he does.
I'm out on him, man. I'm out. So Horace, how did y'all just stack this deck so well for Duke, man? I mean, this is just how did y'all get something from manage to pull something from do what the SEC did? I mean, it just what y'all got this.
Luol Deng had the African connection, right? So he got them two big men.
Yeah,
right?
That's his protege.
Yeah. And I understand how Carolina and Jordan, how we can't pay these dudes to come here.
Man, you know Jordan's stingy.
What? He don't have to be. They're rocking his shoes. They rocking his brand. Like, come on, Jordan.
He done that, but no, I think it's the current. It's got to have something to do with the current NBA. All the Duke NBA players, I mean, they're pretty much making big money. So
they pouring back into their school, but why can't? I mean, you don't have a bigger player than Jordan, yo.
But people don't know Jordan now. They just know Kyrie. They know Tatum. They know Zion, Ingram.
Well, the thing is,
Banchero.
But the thing is, the recruiting over the last 10 years has shifted from Coach K wasn't getting one and dones to now he got to where he got nothing but one and dones, and Scheyer is just basically continue that. You can't think of the last good Carolina one and done. We've had some one and dones that should have stayed in school, Brandon Wright,
Joe Forte.
Well, Forte did 2 years.
Yeah, he did do 2 years, Mike.
Yeah, Forte did 2. Ed Davis did 2. Marvin Williams did done.
Tony Bradley shouldn't have left.
Yeah, Tony Bradley wasn't one and done. But you got to think, those dudes that's like almost 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. If you don't include Tony Bradley, he was class 17.
Well, what is it? Kobe White, he won the last. And,
Sheldon Sharp.
Yeah, I forgot.
Cole Anthony.
And Cole Anthony.
Sheldon Sharp.
Who?
Cole Anthony. Davon Sharp. Yeah.
Davon Sharp, yeah.
But
he won. He shouldn't have left.
But that's the thing. They were one and done. So you were just like, okay, interesting.
I mean, yes, having all that talent is great. But what I'm impressed with Scheyer is this year so far, at least, is getting everybody to work together. That's tough. It's tough when you have a lot of stars. We see it all the time in the NBA, but even in college, you got a lot of get everybody to play together. Be on the same pages. That's tough.
I don't know if I'm buying that because I mean they just fit. You got Flag, dude. You got Flag who's all world. Canuple's more like a player who can.
He was a sleeper though.
Pass off of him. James
sleeper.
And then Malawaj, he's just catching lobs. I mean, they all fit perfectly. Like they put Foster on the bench. They put and those other guys just transfer his in. So I think his job is easy.
It ain't easy. I mean, you got Evans with. Oh, go ahead.
So, you got to remember, Scheyer was Coach K's lead recruiter. He recruited Jason Tatum and Zion. So when he got into that when he moved to that lead seat, he had to switch his mindset. The first couple of years, he was still in that lead recruit mindset, and instead of getting into the coaching mindset. So he decided that now when the pressure started to mount, that I needed to get older next year because I only go have Cooper for 1 year. So he went out and got older in James Gillis. So he got older to play with Cooper Flag. And he basically forced the guys to transfer. So he decided to go older. So now
But
mixing the older guys with the younger guys is basically how this all turned out.
they don't even play like, what is it? Only what you said. James came in. Canupo, Flag, Malawatch. They're freshmen, and then Proctor, is he a senior?
Proctor's
Sophomore,
Junior.
junior. Might be
He's just a
junior.
junior. Okay, so
He came in a year early.
and then you move Foster to the bench, who was playing last year.
But it's still egos. You talk about a lot of guys who were like the best in their state and all that, McDonald's Americans and all that type of stuff. That's a lot of egos. Evans, who was the number one player in North Carolina, and now you coming off a bench. You see what I'm saying? So you got to maintain. You got to be able. A coach has to be able to maintain all that. You know, and that's not always easy, and translate to success. Now when you talk about like a bunch of 5-stars.
Well, let's be real. There are very few just bad kids that show up on a college campus and play.
Right.
Most of them are good kids. There's very few of them that are good kids and can play.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have like a McCants or a PJ Harrison or something.
We didn't know about McCants until after fact.
Right.
And PJ, he just got too many cars from dope dealers and couldn't drive. That wasn't his fault.
And hold on, and William Graves.
Yeah, Graves.
Yes,
I think Carolina's a little more lenient when it comes to Duke. Seems to be pretty strict. Even you can say Ingram, he got a bunch of tattoos, but he wasn't a stereotypical guy. Like,
well, you gotta remember, Carolina wanted Ingram, and Ingram wanted to go to Carolina. It was just that they were dealing with the McCants stuff, which is why he went to Duke.
oh,
You know, you gotta remember the McCants stuff. That guy, he put that allegation out. That was like 13, 14, and the NCAA didn't rule on it until like damn near 18, 19. So for about a good 4 or 5 year period, everybody thought Carolina was going to be on probation, and I forgot to throw that in there. That's kind of why, you know, some of the Carolina recruiting went down during that time for a long stretch. So you had to recruit, you know, guys that were going to be at Carolina maybe for 3 to 4 years and not just one and dones.
Yeah, the three-star dudes.
Yeah, because you just didn't know what was going to happen. You know, if you're a 5-star and you're like, yeah, I want to go to Carolina because I want to play for a title, but they're under investigation. We don't know what day they're going to announce that, oh, you know, Carolina's being put on probation, 3-year ban from the tournament. You know, I done wasted my year as a college athlete. I can't win a title at Carolina, and I can't do it because some fool from 15 years ago decided to snitch on a class that he took / maybe didn't take.
Oh, McCants.
You know, today, with the NIL, it just comes down to Carolina just to have to pay more money. That's it. You know.
Pay, but
They got money. We got money.
You got to be willing to pay. You got to be willing to pay up. That's just unfortunately. That's just how
money from where though? Money from where?
We fired our Neil dude or something because he put all his eggs in one basket with the dudes from Kentucky. Remember they went up to Kentucky for that big dude this past offseason, but he went somewhere else.
About Bradshaw, who went to Ohio State.
Right. Yeah. I'm saying that they just walk in. Oh yeah, we're gonna get him. No, man, it's all about the money. It ain't about the brand.
Well, they tried to get Barlow too, but he went to Indiana.
Yeah. But I like seeing him crying.
Yeah, he should have came. You would have been maybe. Yeah. And now y'all gonna be in the NIT because they got a few Georgia guys in. I seen Miles Rice play at Sandy Creek, and I seen the guy from Milton. What's his name? Real athletic.
Caleb.
say his last name though?
I can't remember, but I know his first name, Caleb.
Yeah, he will like a single digit. Yeah, seen it. They got a couple of. I seen Mike Davis in at a game. He was recruiting one of Fayette County guys, but that guy now he's over there with Coach Ron RJ. What's his name?
Ron Hunter over at what's it called Tulane.
Tulane. Yeah, that guy's over there. He didn't play much in Indiana. I can't think of his name. But
okay, so Indiana's got Ja'Kai Newton from Newton High School, Miles Rice from Sandy Creek. Yeah, those are your Georgia guys, and Kanan Carlisle, who's at Memphis. That's who you talking about.
Carlisle, yeah. And because Miles Rice has a good story. He found out he had like a lymph node in his neck. That's why he's still playing, because he played with Jabari Smith at Sandy Creek.
Yeah.
And he had to take time off. I caught one of those. I don't know if y'all noticed how Fox put those Big Ten. They got some Friday night contract basketball, which we haven't seen in years. You can see how much the basketball has changed with televising, because you got games on the CW, and Fox was putting on, like they put on Friday night football game. They put on a Big Ten game every Friday night with some pretty good matchups. And Gus Johnson, I mean, give or take how you feel about him. On the mic.
He makes everything exciting.
He does.
Oh, it's a first down. I'm like, come on.
I guess Henri, I'll yield to your point. I see what you and Horace saying. If y'all saying he's doing better, because I know y'all wanted to kind of get rid of him last year, so he's just get better players. It's easy to get better results.
Yeah, Canupa was a tough cover, man, because like we couldn't guard the dude.
No, because he's 6'7" and he a shooter.
But Ian Jackson couldn't guard him.
Ian Jackson don't play no defense.
Ian Jackson's 6'3", 6'4", and not of the mindset of a defender.
So then Trimble's like, move Jackson, I got this dude. And Trimble was D'ing him up.
Yeah.
But they run good plays for Canupa where he'll come up like he about to get the ball, and he'll slip back a lot. It's this play they were running. Carolina kind of figured it out in the second half, because they just couldn't stop those lobs, man. It was like,
they were going under. Well, going under the screens or over the screens. But anyway, the screen and roll, the big man will help. Yeah.
But you don't have the size on the backside. So even if you switch, you better off switching than letting dude kill you. See if he got a jump hook at least. But they were just kind of hedging enough, like James and Proctor holding that guy on his hip, then making Lubin come up. You just throw it up to 21 to Molly watch. That's why they both had like 12 points. I mean, so I see
some teams in the SEC, when they do the high pick and roll, they just double. So it's like a trap. And then they have to, the dude is like pressure. They don't get the flow in the offense.
Well, they probably got bigger players to double. That's the only way it works, because if you double, he can't throw he got to throw a pass to his left or right. He can't throw a pass over the top.
That's our issue. Yeah, we got Davis and Cadell. It's like,
well, no, it ain't even them. Remember, it's the big guy coming up. So you got Lubin and one of the guards, but you can still pin them because they're not trying to switch it. So it was an adjustment they kind of need to make, but they didn't make. But they still got back in the game. It just Withers, man. I mean,
who is Houston's defensive coach? A college coach or assistants? Well, we need some defensive dudes to like coach, because we got all these offensive assistants, like 6 of them. Marcus Page,
May.
Boy, Hamburger May. Like, we got all these guys that are coaches, but they're offensive minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, one guy needs to be a defensive dude, because we need defense, man. I mean, it wins championships, because our offense ain't gonna be flowing every game.
Well,
last year we had some defense, right? Maybe your boy, we had a lot of defense last year.
What do you mean, Ingram and
Ingram beat up.
Yeah, but that's again, that goes back to the player.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Ingram, a veteran.
Yeah, transfer portal. Yeah,
coming in, his junior year, knowing that he's got to do something to get to the league, because being at Stanford wasn't getting it done.
Okay.
So come in, play tough nose defense, be that Swiss Army knife, do everything for Carolina. He was rebound. He could get you a bucket.
Right.
You
You have 15 boards some games. Yeah,
you can put him on your best, on the other team's best player for times.
Right.
And he did what he's supposed to do. Unfortunately, we don't have that Swiss Army knife guy on the team this year. They're hoping that Drake Powell becomes that eventually. Maybe if he does come out, if he does stay and come back next year, he can be that.
He's not good enough.
That people are saying otherwise.
He's gonna probably transfer to the SEC.
No, he's might getting drafted.
He's not getting drafted. No, man.
3-and-D. That's what it's out there. Him and Jackson could go. I
can see Drake leaving Jackson if he leaves, because he's a smaller guard that he had a good stretch of games, but lately he's
checked out.
Bad run. Now if he mess around and come out in this tournament and he get a couple 30 pieces, he might chunk the deuces.
Yeah, I mean Powell. Yeah, I don't think Powell is ready. I mean, I know obviously Mike, you're famous. He's not ready, but I mean, I was talking to Pittman yesterday. He was like, they saying he might.
What these guys doing, man? We see this time and time again, man. Guys, they're ready for the league, not even drafted, man. Or they go to the. I mean,
I don't even think it's being ready for the league. I think I'm ready to be a professional. I'm ready to do basketball 24/7 versus having to go to class and having to do stuff to stay eligible. You got the summer workouts
but you're getting a little money now, though. It ain't like you broke.
But it ain't about being broke. It's just about the other stuff. If you could have not finished school but still been able to get into your profession, the average person not gonna say, "Yeah, I still enjoy the college atmosphere. I still want to stay around here and live in a dorm."
All right, so Ian, you should bring these dudes to facts. There's only 58 dudes getting drafted. Half these dudes are international, right?
Yeah.
So you're down to you might about 29, 20. So your chances are less than like 10%.
Some dudes are cool with Greece.
You said some cool dudes are cool with what?
I said some dudes are cool with Greece. Some dudes are cool with playing in Spain.
Lithuania, right.
They just don't want to be on that campus no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can be in the league either. Maybe the G League.
Some people want to take the long way to get to the league.
Yes. It's not the way it used to be. I mean, but I mean they have a chance of getting there. I mean, I can see Jackson. He does have the offensive skills for the NBA. I mean, he's a step back master. He just once people figure out that move, I mean, you gotta count him.
I'm gonna bring up our rival, right? NC State. They had this one dude dropping 20 points a game. What's his name? Jarquavius Smith, right? He was just killing him. He was a sophomore. Somebody said, "Hey, he's ready for the league." He did not get drafted. He overseas or something. Probably ain't gonna make it to the league, even though he was good. But it's like these stories, man, like people hyping people up. It's like it gets kind of old.
But he went to state too. I mean, he's not going to. You got to. I mean, if you think about it, Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, Carolina, maybe UCLA. Who I'm missing a few.
Kentucky, Kansas, yeah.
But it's I guess UConn. They kind of just came back recently. But okay, like this year, for example, you got Rutgers, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, Ron Harper's son, ain't win jack. Right. But they top 5.
Top 3.
You got them.
2. You got both of them going?
Oh, both of them going 2 or 3. It's going to be Flag, Harper, Ace.
Okay, so who was Rutgers coach? Because like you got that talent and you lose to Kennesaw State. You lost to Kennesaw State at Kennesaw State.
Yeah. They got to be the most disappointing season ever. Yeah, and so they wasn't nowhere near going to the 6
tournament. Yeah, that KSU loss set them back 3 years.
I mean, they got plenty of airtime on FS1 and Fox, but they were. I mean, I kind of seen him play. Y'all might. I mean, Dylan Harper really that nice. Seemed like the little guard they had for Rutgers. He was nice. I mean, he was nice to watch, but they be screaming this Dylan Harper guy. I mean, I got to maybe look up some highlights. I don't see it.
No, Dylan Harper is
coaching.
No, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, their games are made for the next level. They're one of the exceptions where it's like they didn't need to go to college.
But I mean, but you see when these guys get there, like Scoot Henderson, he's kind of coming along now, but it takes a while. Like they need to shut the pipeline off, but like these guys get there, man, they just, I guess, to survive. I mean, I don't know.
So you think it should be only open like the top 3 players to be able to skip, but not no big everybody going and skipping. You know what I'm saying? Like it's normally 2 or 3 dudes that's ready, but like all the rest of them.
Don't say don't keep popping off like that when they come fresh out of college. But I said not a lot of players get going like that, whether they play 1 year or 2 years in college and get to the pros. They don't just jump off like, oh yeah, you were definitely a pro from day one. It always takes time. You know, you got to remember Tracy McGrady didn't become Tracy McGrady till he got to Orlando after 4 years in Toronto.
Yeah, he was on the bench. He won't get no plays in time.
Well, Vince Carter came in.
Now his rookie year, and him and Vince were playing next to each other.
I think now, like, more people are probably, the players will think more about it and they start staying a little longer, especially NIL, because, okay, if you don't get drafted, let's say, okay, man, do you want to play in the G League or do you can stay and make $100,000 or more, or go to the G League and make, I don't know, 50, 60, whatever. But so they stay around college because now you can get a good transfer. You can get a good NIL deal. You know,
everybody transfer.
Yeah, you can transfer to the highest bidder sometimes. But so we may not see that as much. If a person knows like, oh, okay, may not get drafted, in the first round, high second round, then I'd rather just stay in school because I got, better opportunity to make more money in college. So some players may start doing that.
So let me ask you and Horace this. I don't believe it, but they're saying Flag really doesn't want to leave yet. I don't know. Y'all might know how much NIL he's getting. I think it's pretty good, like $5 million. $5 million. Okay, so they get close, but don't win.
He's not coming back. He ain't got it. He's not coming back, so don't even worry about it.
No, he ain't.
And that's the other thing. Most coaches ain't gonna let those type of dudes stay because it messes up the pipeline.
Yeah.
If I've already only planned for you being here 1 year, and I got the next kid coming in, I'm keeping you here and clogging up everything.
So, because who's
if Duke decides to go 10 deep?
But you can make more. You can make more. Like when you're a high draft pick, you got endorsements and everything. So even if NIL is $5 million, even if your base salary is $4 million, let's say in the NBA, when you add on endorsements and stuff like that, now you probably at 20 plus. So
the NBA ain't gonna let it happen because they looking for the next Larry Bird anyway. So
exactly, yeah.
No way he's staying.
Whoa, Bird.
The NBA is looking for the next Larry Bird. Yeah.
I thought it was like Keith Van Horn or somebody.
Nah, Flag is nice. He definitely can be the face. But so y'all got him leaving, Knuppel, Molly Watch. Is that it?
Don't know. Depends on how the tournament goes.
James is a senior and Gillis is a senior, so they gone too.
Yep.
I'm talking about those top 3 starters, like
they gone. Them three.
Yeah.
So you got the Boozer twins, the better one coming in, right?
Yeah, you got both Boozer twins coming in next year.
Shelton, Henderson, and the kid from out of California.
Duke is reloaded, man. Even if Flag stayed, I don't think it would mess it up.
Nah, Flag, they'll mess it up. You'd have him and Boozer both playing on the block at the same time, with the other big man came in. That's
Nagumba,
Yeah, yeah.
Pat Nagumba.
I thought Flag was more of a
He could play
he's
the
more
three.
perimeter though.
He could play the. I mean, he could slide to the
Face up,
three.
yeah.
He could slide. He a problem.
nah.
Come on, man.
Ain't no any sense talking about it. He not gonna be there.
He ain't gonna do it.
No, he won't be there.
Because
That
even
was
if
his
it,
last game in Cameron.
Oh, okay.
yeah, true. Because I mean, I just kind of heard something where I know he'll be getting a good amount of money as a rookie, but it's more so not even the NIL. Even if NIL beat his rookie deal, it's about getting once you come out of that rookie deal, you can get so much money. That's what really could mess it up if he stays. Not even the fact of not anything with Duke. If y'all understanding me right.
Yeah, he will get to his second contract, his real max contract at the age of 24.
Okay.
As opposed to 25. Even though if he waits a year, the NBA salary cap increases every year. So I don't see the harm in that. Somebody said, "Oh, he's turning down $40-something million," which
Yeah, the reason why you never know. You're a Derrick Rose injury away from not being that.
Bro, he reclassified for a reason to get to the NBA early, so he not staying.
And as we know, Mike, I know they don't want to admit, but something. I mean, Duke guys in the NBA, man. Tatum broke through a couple. Those guys, a lot of those guys don't hold up for some reason, man. It goes back a long way. Maybe Zion can get himself together.
No.
And Banchero was injured, but I mean, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing with that.
Zion's outside life keeping him away from that.
Seem like he might have it together now.
He's got to leave New Orleans, man. I think New Orleans got something where they be hurting their players and stuff. Something down there in the water.
I'm gonna say between beignets and big women, he
ain't doing too good out there. He need to change the scenery. Sit on the Utah somewhere.
I don't know if you want to send him there either.
Get his
He
mind
just got to keep his hamstrings right, man. Dude can't even play back to back, so he got the money. He just gotta do what they say, fall in line. But maybe he might just not be healthy enough. Never be healthy, man.
So that remind me of like a guy like Ben Simmons. Like you got the money, but you don't perfect your craft in the off season and try to get better. And if you're getting paid all these millions, like, man, work on my free throws, work on this, work on being a better use so you can be a perennial all-star. It's like I don't see the money has gotten too big where people are like, oh, I'm good. Like I'm all right. I just come back right before the season start, and they're not training and they ain't doing anything.
Well, you do just enough. I mean, different people get in the league for different reasons. I mean, careers for different reasons. So the NBA is no exception.
That goes right back
to not everybody has that discipline. There's a lot of discipline in. I'm sure Michael like this. Not everybody's like LeBron. One thing you say about it is the guy is disciplined. And so
coming from Henri, this is a first.
He is disciplined, with his body. So not everybody has that same type of discipline, so.
Or just drive. I mean, sometimes, it's a lot you have to sacrifice. Everybody ain't willing to sacrifice like Kobe or Jordan, be a maniac. They're kind of like, man, I just want to get my time in the league, perfect example, Paul George, he got all motivated last year of his deal. He just got that money. Now he barely playing, had to stop his podcast, and now he's just pretty much shutting it down. Like I think he's washed up. It's just, but you get motivated in that contract year to let me put up buckets. That's something that's been tracked over the history of the NBA. Like contract years, guys step up because I need to secure more money. So
anybody that gives themselves their own nickname, I don't trust.
PG-13.
No, playoff P.
Playoff P.
I've never seen him like ball out, like have like a 40-point efficient game. Like I don't see. I never
His best days were in Indiana before he broke his leg.
Okay.
Then after that, he was.
But again, like, how do you nickname yourself? Like, yeah, I'm playoff P.
Yeah.
Who called you that?
Some guys just talk too much.
The only person I know that got away with it was Kobe. Called himself Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Even when he did that, we looked at him sideways until he won them last 2 championships. It was like, all right, you got it. Score 81.
You got to have multiple championships to be calling yourself playoff P. Like, at least have, like, at least have multiple. At least.
You should be first round P.
some game winners or something. I mean, clutch big moment. You got at least do what Dame Lillard did. I mean,
first round P.
Yeah, but he's
participation P.
Yeah. To his credit, he got the Clippers to their first West Finals ever. So that's one thing he can say I did that. So
wow, congratulations.
I'm saying that's a significant thing to have on your jacket. I mean, the team's never been.
You serious?
Joel Embiid hasn't been in the. I mean, Paul George has been in the East Finals too. Joel Embiid hasn't been in the East Finals.
No, but you don't talk about Reggie Miller from making it to the East Finals. Like, people aren't known for that.
Right, but I'm saying if you're gonna give him credit for anything, you're gonna give him more credit. I mean, I'll take Paul George over James Harden, who throw up over himself all the time.
Right.
Would you not?
Harden is
How about as a tie, you both lose?
Well, that's a good point too. I mean, but I mean,
Harden couldn't get it done. Even Chris Paul tried to help him out, and he disappeared Game 7, and they were up. They all had to win one more game, and he couldn't. Yeah,
just not built for it.
I don't know how he deviated, but you think about all the teammates that Paul George has had over his career, and hasn't even sniffed the finals.
Harden too.
Yeah,
but I think PG's is worse.
Harden made the finals though. He went to the finals.
Yeah, he's in the finals.
OKC when they got swept.
Yeah.
That was 4-1.
Do you really count that?
All right, he counted.
He was young. He
won MVP. He won MVP Harden in OKC though.
But he was bad in that finals though. He was bad.
He was a participant.
Yeah.
He got to play in June.
PG. Yeah, he was in the car. He was in the car with KD and Russ in that final.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He was in the back seat getting carried along.
But you got to think, Paul George. He had the Indiana team. He was with Melo and Russ in OKC. He then had Kawhi. He then went to LA with Kawhi.
And Kawhi got hurt on them when they had their best chance.
Kawhi always did.
In the bubble messed him up too.
Paul was in the bubble. He had a psychologist P. And now he's Philadelphia P. Doing a doggone thing.
I ain't even seen him in Philly. I got the league pass. Every time I watch the Philly game, ain't no Paul George, no Embiid.
Oh no, people in Philly ain't seen him either. Yeah, and they in Philly.
The process.
Yeah, I think he's done. Anybody got a
process? All right.
Yes. Anybody got a Final Four or prediction?
My prediction: pain. It's gonna be bad. Let's see. Carolina's gonna be down in the first round. I think they'll lose to San Diego State.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I give little faith. Surprise me, please. I'm going St. John's out the West.
Let's see.
Yeah, St. John's, they could be. Patino got them rolling.
Yeah. The coach of the doggone year right there.
Michigan State in the South, I can see them mess around, and Auburn's gonna fall to somebody they had no business losing to and mess that up.
Do you think so?
Michigan State out the South. I don't trust Bruce Pearl. Duke and
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, Florida's the 1 seed in the West.
They could
Duke
play UConn. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I don't trust UConn this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they shaky. Yeah.
They ain't got a big clinging there, clogging stuff up. And then in the Midwest,
go ahead.
Tennessee, for some reason, is catching my eye.
Don't trust them at all. Rick Barnes. I'm with Henri on that.
But you know, but I don't know. I don't know if I trust Houston that much either.
I don't trust. Yeah, they
got some defense,
too gritty.
though.
But they're two guards though. They're two guards. That dude. What's the?
They were supposed to win 2 years ago when that guard got hurt. He sprained his ankle.
Shed got hurt. That was last year against Duke.
Okay. Yeah, Duke got a favor.
Cryer, but the other guy beside Cryer, I like him now. The light-skinned guy with the cornrows.
You know, I changed from Tennessee to Houston. So Houston, Duke, Michigan State, and St. John's. That's my final four.
So who you got knocking out Florida then?
Drake.
I got St. John's.
St. John's?
Yeah.
I like Florida. I like Florida.
I got a 2 seed.
Anybody else? You, Horace? You pay attention to it that much, or you just Duke all the way? I'm pretty much Carolina all the way.
I like Florida. Florida's in the West. Yeah, Florida. Florida. Let me see. Let me look. I don't know who's in the Midwest now.
That's Houston.
Midwest is Houston.
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, Kentucky.
Purdue.
I see it now.
Georgia.
Clemson.
Clemson could be a sleeper.
Yeah, Clemson number 5. They got that dude Hunter, the light skin.
Yeah, with the Westlake. Yeah, I seen him play.
They got both Hunters. Chase
they
and
do both. Yeah.
Chase Hunter. Got both Hunters, right?
Yeah, Chase and Dylan.
They brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
I go Florida, Houston, Duke, and who's in the South here?
Auburn, Michigan State, Iowa State, Texas A&M.
Iowa State, their best player hurt. He's not playing in the tournament.
Yeah, that.
Oh man.
Yeah, so just a heads up when y'all pick. I'm
Carolina's
going
Carolina
Michigan State.
South.
Yeah. Playing Ole Miss.
Michigan State, Duke, Florida, and Houston.
You didn't say Carolina.
I know.
So Florida, yeah, I like Florida. Who's it? Houston, Clemson. Clemson went pretty far last year. I like Kentucky at the beginning of the year, man, but they fell off, man.
Lamont Butler hurt too.
Yeah, they got injuries.
What about the guy with the short name? I like Owe. I like him. I like him, but they kind of slipped up on me, especially how they lost at home to Arkansas. That was pretty surprising.
Did Arkansas make the tournament?
Yeah, they did. They play
They're playing
Kansas. They playing Kansas.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
And they setting
Kansas
up
is falling off.
They setting up for a Patino Calipari show, second round.
Second round after that one.
Yeah. If Arkansas win it, if Arkansas beat Kansas, then St. John's go, then
Oh, you're right.
Calipari against Patino.
Man, Kansas, they just
Be a lot of
just fell
Italians at
off.
that game.
We lost to them.
Duke did too. Like, how does that's what's wild. Like they fell off so bad. Like I don't know what happened. I don't think anybody got hurt, but they just.
Nah, we should have beat them during the regular season at Fall
Should've.
Galley. There are a lot of games we should have won that didn't. Should have beat Michigan State in Maui. Should have beat Kansas at Fall Galley. Should have beat Duke in the tournament.
And who was the other one? Who beat us at the buzzer? Stanford or somebody?
Yeah, Stanford beat us at the
Stanford
buzzer.
beat us by 1.
Yeah, at the buzzer.
We lost the weight by 1, but we hit a 3-point at the buzzer.
Yeah, that
It was a
that
4-point
yeah.
game.
Yeah, it was. We wasn't gonna win that one. So yeah, that one was. I mean, so one more question. Ian, Mike. I mean, for Henri and you, Horace too. What do y'all stand on Hubert Davis? Third fastest to 100 wins. Hasn't had a losing season. Now people want to crucify him and get rid of him. Matt Doherty was far worse when he started. And Roy Williams had a couple of duds, and even though he won championships, but I mean, it's like they just want to get rid of the guy. I mean, but he has had a losing season. He did well in the portal. Okay, yeah,
No, he didn't do well in the portal.
No, last year.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay,
last year.
He's had years where he hit and years that he missed.
He missed.
Right, it's been roller coaster. Then he took the guys. I mean, he beat Duke, retired Coach K, lost by 3 to Kansas. So I mean, what do people? I mean, what do Carolina fans want? I mean, it's
we want a big man.
They probably want consistency.
A big man and some defense.
Consistency. I mean, you were just in the national championship game a few years ago. So, they're looking for consistency, not like this up and down stuff. And now here you are fighting to get into you just got into the NCAA tournament and the ACC is down. So that's what I think. Some Carolina fans are looking for just like more consistency from them, not just like up and down.
We need to bend the portal. We need big men. You can't have these promises and false hopes. Oh, you're coming. We might get them. Oh, we're Carolina. We don't need to push them. We need to pay these dudes. Stop being tight. Get the players we need, and so we can compete and be back on top of the ACC and not struggling to get in and praying, hoping the selection committee put us in there and looking at tiers to get us into the tournament.
But a 4 seed isn't bad. We just didn't beat any good teams.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but this is a down ACC. This ain't like it. It ain't like SEC.
No, but the only teams we lost to we lost to everybody above us. Louisville. We got blasted by Clemson, unfortunately. Blasted by Duke. And who's the other one?
SMU. We lost to them.
Louisville. No, we beat SMU.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we lost to Louisville. Like we were 4th.
Yeah.
Wake.
Yeah, but you're 4th in the ACC, but this ain't the old ACC.
But look at the roster. I mean, you got to give the man the credit for the roster. Look at the roster; it's not properly constructed.
Well, that's his fault.
And then the coach issue or a Neil person. That's why we got that general manager dude, right?
Right, but
we need players.
But what were the expectations this year coming in Carolina after last year's Sweet 16 run? What were the expectations after the roster was set?
When the roster was set, and I looked at it and said we only had one dude that was 6'10".
Right.
I was like, ooh, either our guards got to be really, really good, or
they got to run.
We're going to get away by the skin of our teeth. And this was, again, got in by the skin of our teeth season. To me, this season wasn't as disappointing as 2 years ago when we had the exact same team from the national championship game, miss the tournament, go to the NIT, all because of infighting within the team.
Remember they denied the NIT. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because people want to transfer. Right.
No, Love left after that. He was the only one, and Black graduated.
But that was the year where we missed our transfers that we brought in, missed. I said Pete Nance was a miss. that we were hoping would replace what Brady Manning had for the team.
No, he did not do that.
Last year, transfer in were hits. Harrison Ingram was a hit.
A very big hit.
Cormac was a hit.
He was, Mike. When he
Yeah,
was on,
130-point game.
when he was on, he
Hey,
shot the lights out in Durham.
Cormac was a shooter that you can look at. Hell, even in the game that when we lost to Alabama in the tournament, Cormac had a good game.
It was RJ Davis.
It's just one of those things. We ran out of bullets. We fell into the Alabama style of we gonna run and shoot threes and get layups. This year's team, again, we looked at it and said, okay, unless Jalen Washington takes a big step, we're gonna have a bunch of small dudes, fighting for rebounds. And this was one of the few years that we weren't the top rebounding team in the conference, if not in the nation. Right. That's usually Carolina's calling card.
Right, but we missed shot getting the offensive board. Right, we keep attacking. Right,
we didn't do that this year. Hell, you watch that Duke game. There were a lot of times we was one and done.
Right. Duke get the rebound. They're just tipping it back up to themselves and kill us. Be like, down here.
That's what killed us against Florida. Florida got big guys. Remember, they had like 2 or 3 chances at the end of that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if you can come down on the man so hard if he still managed to get a 4th seed with what he had.
Hey, we're playing in the tournament. Keep it rolling. In next year's class, we got Caleb Wilson coming in, 6'9" power forward. Got a couple of guards coming in that are pretty good.
Dixon, we got a Dixon coming in.
Dixon and Dennis.
We need a 7-footer.
Hopefully this year.
They said Zayden. My fault. They said Zayden High's coming back.
We need a 7-footer.
He's 6'10". He's 6'10", Mike.
You're not here.
What 7-footers beside Hunter Dickinson or Malawach? Where are they?
they in other schools, other programs, man.
Yeah, they
don't hit the portal, and you need to pay one of them dudes from the portal.
They at Duke. They on the Luau Dang pipeline because they all come from South Sudan.
We need to go to South Sudan then.
We got to pay Luau better money then.
Yeah, you ain't breaking through that. I know it's somebody out there who's. I like Zayden High. He just got to stop fouling, catch lobs. But
I would love to know what he did to get kicked out of school.
But I heard he's back in school.
Yeah, but now he's back, but he couldn't be on the team. So
yeah, I know, because I thought it was some 7th Woods or Jalik Felton type stuff.
I was definitely leaning towards Jalik Felton. That's still the mystery.
What did Felton do?
Oh, you didn't hear.
We don't know.
Oh.
Something sexually, I know that much, right?
Okay.
Ooh. I put it like this. I don't know if anybody's ever asked Ray about it, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't answer.
Yeah. And Raymond Felton need to lose some weight, man. Y'all see that man sit back.
Oh, yeah.
That man is huge.
Hey, man,
Really? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll send you something.
Hey, man, you got to remember, man, these dudes are human just like us. When we sit back, we ain't playing, we ain't running. That 2 months turns into 5 pounds.
2 years.
2 years,
But he is just like his father. I seen his father, but he's bigger than his father now. I seen his father was a big guy. He is a big guy, but he didn't surpass him, it looked like.
Right. And his story, the stuff that he dealt with when he was in New York, that was a stressful time. That's when he put all that weight on when he was playing.
Oh.
The stuff with his ex-wife and the gun charge he had to beat.
Oh. Okay. I think everybody Henri, you didn't give us who you Final Four. Or your other 3, because I know you got Duke.
He's got them losing too.
Michigan State.
What?
I have Duke, Michigan State, Florida, and I don't know. The Midwest is tough because I don't really trust Houston. They got great defense, defense is never the problem. It's that if they get outscored and it's over. If someone gets hot on them and it's over because they can't match them in scoring. So I don't know. Tennessee or Gonzaga. I don't know. Gonzaga, who knows? Gonzaga, they always make it to the Sweet 16 somehow. So they may be they may make it that far. I mean, yeah.
That's a good point. They've kind of been on the low this year.
Yeah. They usually, don't meet expectations because they have, so maybe with the expectations not as high, maybe they can get to the Final Four.
Yeah, because they, that's when they usually, that's other than the year they lost to Baylor, I mean, but they didn't have Holmgren that year, right? They had Suggs and, they had, the dude with the mustache, what was his name? White guy.
Yeah,
y'all know what I'm talking about. Name, had all the moves. Yeah, and they had nice post moves.
Yeah.
You got it, Ian?
I'm about to look it up. For some reason, it's Drew. Oh, Drew Timme. That's his name.
Timmy.
I'm about to type it in.
Yeah. Then he stayed around with Holmgren, but I think they got bounced like in the second round.
I think they got either Sweet 16 or Elite 8.
Okay, a little further. Okay.
Yeah.
Good coach, Mark Few. That's his name?
Yep.
Yeah. Mark Few. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. I don't even know if he's entertained the thought of even going anywhere. Villanova looking for a new coach. That brother, they said that was enough. He was kind of over 500, man, but couldn't get in the tournament. They let him go.
Yeah,
Villanova got a championship standard now.
They do.
Yep.
They got that bogus Dixon dude.
Yeah.
He's strong. That dude was balling. He was getting 20 and 10. Easy.
He killed Carolina, I think, last year or something. 1 year.
In Maui, in the Bahamas tournament or something. Yeah, that dude was balling out. Yeah, he lose to one dude. Like
that's how it be sometimes. I mean,
no, you start doubling. That's a coaching issue. I ain't gonna let one dude beat me.
I mean, you remember Arsenal? I mean, some guys get hot and they just keep it going. One guy can beat you.
No.
Easier said than done.
No, I mean, a Cooper Flag dropping 30, he ain't getting 35. Like you just, I don't know, unless he just catch and just shoot quickly or something. I mean, he's not gonna just the offense. I don't know. It's like you have to deny him a double.
But what if
you let other people beat you?
Hey man, some dudes are just great like that. We saw Steph carry Davidson for 3 years, and everybody be like, "Yo, they only got one dude." But he still did what he do.
What he got the Elite 8, right?
Yeah.
But you remember that? You remember that one coach? That one coach when they played him, they was like they limited him to 2 points. Everywhere he went, he had two guys on him. He left with another dude on his team wide open. They lost clearly, but
they went to the extremes, but they still.
Yeah. I wouldn't have done the whole game, but maybe the second half or something.
Yeah, you do it in spurts, but once other guys start beating you, you still gotta. They're not gonna make. They know how to handle double teams.
Man, there's some nights a dude gets going, and you just know, like, this is going to be a 50 piece, even in college.
Right.
Yeah, that kid in Memphis went off like that the other day.
Oh yeah,
Danger?
yeah, Haggerty.
Oh,
yeah.
Upper 40.
He went for 42, I think.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, Memphis could be a sleeper. I don't know if they play anybody. I know they got the big guy Danger, and they just been decent all year. They get those Sunday ESPN games.
Shoot, Memphis, unfortunately, is in the 5-12 game. You know, that's always a game.
Ooh,
who they got?
State.
They got Colorado State.
Colorado State.
Okay.
See, Clemson's 5-12. They're McNeese. Oregon 5-12. Liberty, and Michigan, UC San Diego. That's the other 5-10. Yeah,
Okay.
good old fashioned crapshoot upsets for your brackets.
Yeah,
Right.
Will Wade at McNeese State.
That's a player or
You
coach.
gotta watch Drake too.
Yeah, the old LSU coach that got caught paying players at LSU, and LSU fired him, and McNeese State.
Oh, Will Wade?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. And they talking
Will
about he
Wade?
might. Yeah.
Yeah.
They talking
He said,
about
yeah, that's
Indiana.
a strong A offer. Yeah.
That's what he said.
And see, but you know what? When you hear and you see stuff like that, I can't be mad at players getting paid NIL because clearly you got a coach that was breaking the rules, and they just said,
Right.
for this guy coaching, we'll deal with whatever y'all got coming for us.
He already had another job though, so that's why he said it.
I thought Sean Miller said that. That's what you're referring to?
No, that was Will Wade.
No,
LSU.
Will Wade was taped conversation. Player talking about another coach or whoever associate saying we won't pay this certain player, a certain amount of money, and him being like, that's a strong offer. I'm cool with that. So wait, but you approve the payment?
The player didn't sign, so he was mad because he's like, man, that's a strong offer, man. What are you doing? Yeah, because he was passionate about it, but it didn't fall through. Want to know?
So Sean Miller from Arizona, he said something like that's what did he say about Ayton? He said like 100,000. Yeah, he got caught on tape too, right? If I'm saying the right Miller, I know it was a Miller.
No, it was Sean Miller, but Sean Miller threw what's his name, Book Richardson under the bus for that, and Book was his assistant coach on those Arizona teams.
Yeah.
Basically said, it was all Book's fault. Like, wait a minute, but Book don't move unless the head coach say move. Nah, assistant coach gonna eat this, just like Patino with strippers at Louisville.
Chuck Person ate one from Bruce Pearl too, didn't he?
Yeah, but Chuck was stupid.
That's why everybody was in Louisville.
Yeah, Chuck was stupid dealing with the suit man. That's a whole nother story.
Oh wow. Who is the Superman?
No, so the suit man was a dude that used to be a referee. He was from Atlanta. He used to be an NBA referee, and he used to make suits for all the players.
Oh,
and also would charge them too. So that was like his way of getting to know players and getting to know folks. And just kind of like, I guess that was his side hustle. But when that whole FBI investigation happened, where it was with Alabama, Auburn, Kansas, Arizona, I guess somebody was paying him to help get players to whatever school too. And I guess he threw his side business in there, and it was like, what you doing with the recruits and everything like that?
Okay, y'all remember the Billy Preston story? How that went down? I listened to a podcast a few years ago called The Bag Man or something.
Yeah,
like his mom was taking the money. I think she was with another woman, and he ended up getting his Charger, and he wrecked it or something. It was crazy how it all went down, and they started investigating him.
Yeah.
Billy Christmas?
Billy Preston.
Billy Preston. He went to Kansas, and then he had to sit out from 2016 to 18.
Yeah.
And he got caught, and it was just a whole thing. Like they got people on tape and everything. Like the FBI got involved. Career got all messed up, but he didn't. It wasn't really him. It was his mom who kind of like, we want the money. And then she kept asking for money. The dude was, I think, if I'm remembering it right, the dude was like, you need to chill. And then dude never panned out.
Shoot, y'all remember? You remember Silvio De Sousa from Kansas? He was a big man from Kansas. Played at Mount Verde. Played at IMG, and apparently Bill Self was trying to pay him and whatnot, and he ended up having to sit out damn near a season from there.
Wow. So
let me bring something up. So I'm reading about your boy that I just mentioned, Billy Preston.
Yeah.
Now he went pro, right? He said his name would pop up. He went a record 236 underclassmen declare entry for the NBA draft. 236, and this is a 2018. So that's what I'm saying. Like some of these guys, man, that just kind of re-emphasizing my point that some of these guys ain't ready, man. And y'all think they went to the big 10, Big 12 school. They ready.
Well, that's the thing. It's not about being ready. It's realizing that the situation that you're in, and especially during that time, there was no transfer portal. You couldn't just transfer and play right away. So if I'm gonna be in a bad situation, no matter what, I might as well go pro. You know, my mama's already in trouble for taking money from a school.
Right.
School I'm at isn't gonna let me play. If I try to transfer to school I'm at, it's gonna tell me here's a list of schools that you're allowed to go to. You can't go any schools in Big 10. You can't go any schools in the Big 12. You can't go any schools in the state of North Carolina. You can't go to any schools in the state of South Carolina. You can't go any schools in the state of Florida. You can only go to schools that are in the MEAC, SWAC, Big Sky, Big North. And you're like, you know what? I might as well go pro.
Right. So, okay, he goes pro. He plays for the Kenton Charge, the Erie Bayhawks, the Texas Legends, Dominican Republic, Cape Town Tigers. This dude was all over the place. But he'd
rather do that than be held hostage by the NCAA and by the University of Kansas because of some stuff that went down.
Okay, but his career ended in 5 years.
That sometimes that's your run. Not everybody's built for a 10-year run.
Yeah.
But his situation, I think, Mike, was a little more unique because of what happened. Like he
got into an accident, but it wasn't. It was on campus. No car. A car accident that had no injuries.
Right. But I'm talking about the fact that when all that stuff came out, like he had to leave and I need to go pro. I mean, you don't really have other choice. Like you were saying with some of these guys, they have a choice, but if they're looking at your potential, you're gonna run and get the money.
You get the money.
No, but another example, we joked about him earlier. PJ Harrison. PJ was gonna be the man that junior year.
Right. Yeah, I was pumped up about that.
That situation happens, and he doesn't play at all at Carolina. Was he ready for the league? Probably not. But he couldn't sit on North Carolina's campus and wait for them to be like, yeah, we'll wait on the NCAA to be like, yeah, we'll let you come back and play. Oh, you got to go.
Yeah. Man, career wasted, man. He was, man.
You know, sometimes life circumstances don't allow.
He was oozing with potential that year too. It was like, man, this dude's about to.
Yeah, it was going to be his team, and then it turned into Marcus Page's team when he was a freshman. No, life be life.
His freshman year, 5 points a game. Sophomore year, 14.
Mike,
he's breaking up on us.
He's lagging on us.
I know what he's saying is very poignant.
15. I messing up.
Yeah, you lagging.
Y'all StreamYard messing up, or is it just mine?
Nah, just yours. I think
he froze again.
Okay, there you go. You're back now.
I froze.
Yeah, it's having issues, but we pretty much done. We pretty much done.
Okay, because I said I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I gotta go outside. I got doggy duty.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna see how this thing turn out. See if Carolina can officially get in the tournament. And we see how Thursday go and they get crazy because a bunch of brackets gonna be busted.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
Hey, look out for Drake, man. Drake is good.
Yeah. They probably got the sleeper in the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the basketball team? I thought you were talking about the artist. My bad.
No, Drake. Kendrick Lamar got Drake on lock, man. He in the bottle right now.
For real. Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate
at the halftime,
y'all, man. Yeah, not like us. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's go ahead and close out, man. We'll see how all turn out. Well, Mike, Henri, Ian, and Horace. Appreciate y'all, man. Horace, I look forward to seeing you on. Should be on the when you go
Okay.
live Wednesday.
For sure, man. For sure. I appreciate it. Guys, y'all hold it down, man. And good luck to all.
Same here.
Appreciate you having me.
For
No
sure.
problem. Thanks for showing back up, me and Mike. Y'all be easy.
all right, y'all have a good one.
Too.
No, I don't know how to get out of this thing.
And Mike got out, but yeah, folks, that's all. Another episode of Carolina Got Something to Say. Selection Sunday edition starts Tuesday. The so-called madness. So we'll see what transpires. Everybody pretty much put in their predictions. We'll see how the Final Four does turn out in a couple of weeks. Thanks again to Henri, Mike, Horace, and Ian for helping me out with another episode of Carolina Got Something to Say. Remember, please subscribe on your platforms to the All Basketball Podcast. Subscribe wherever you get podcasts. And I'm also on YouTube. Simple search All Basketball Podcast in your search box. And once again, I'm your host, Maurice Dixon. Until next time, peace and be blessed in Jesus' name.